Welcome back to the podcast, buddies.
Walking fools.
What is up?
The ceiling.
You're such a fucking jerk. Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome.
No.
It was way too early for that. Okay. Redo. Go ahead.
I'm Kate.
I'm Shabbalicious.
We are the two talking fools. We are just two average. And I mean, average girls taking their phone calls to the podcast.
You're welcome.
And
There we
you
go.
guys, I loved it.
Thank you, buddy.
We're down here on frickin' Jody Boulevard on the blue velvet couch. We've got you as our audience, and we could not be happier for that.
Let's do it.
Oh my God.
Doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Can I just say one thing?
What's up?
Very rarely are we ever here on a Friday night.
Because it's Friday night and it feels all right.
The party's here on the west side, so I reach for my 40 and I turn it up. Designated driver, take the keys to my truck. It feels so good in my hood tonight.
You guys know. Come on, y'all know. Yeah, you
God,
know.
we could go on and
If
on
you
and
know,
on.
you know. If you know, you know. We'll leave it at that. Yeah.
I feel like I'm finally decompressing. I don't know when I take a deep sigh of relief after a week. I don't know when it is.
I know when I do.
What is it, like fucking Sunday?
No, it's like,
God.
I'd say it's probably like around like 5:30. 5:30 on a Friday. I go.
You can like finally.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's probably tomorrow because I work Saturdays because I'm in retail. And God, does retail, I like love, for as much as I love the customers, I get drained by their energy because you just realize some people's energy is so whack. Some people's energy is so whack and they don't even realize it. But if you're tuned into like your energy, you can
feel it. You feel it. You feel it and you know. You know what I mean? You know.
Can I just give you an example of like,
please do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this week I'm going to keep this wicked generic. I work with probably 100 people a week. So I'm not talking necessarily, but there was one particular instance that I was working and because I value my customers, first of all. If I'm sharing a story, it's just because I also study people. So I see things, right?
Yeah. I mean, you have to when you're in retail.
100%. So have a woman come in and like many other women, very indecisive. But interestingly enough, they're also very unsure of themselves. And it is very hard to help women who are unsure of themselves.
Absolutely.
It's sad, really, because I can tell them, I've designed I've designed some of the most, largest, bathrooms, the biggest, the grandiose, so all that. It still doesn't matter because they need the validation from, say, 3 to 5 other people. It makes it incredibly difficult.
Oh my goodness.
It makes it incredibly difficult because you're getting a lot of info from a lot of different people. And overall, I've never had truly a terrible experience with this. But you also have to be alert of the energy you give off and the energy that a customer needs.
For sure.
And so I worked with this woman. Let's just say I worked with her for about 6 hours on this project, 6 hours of design time. And then the final day, I instantly realized that in order to give her what she needs, which was reassurance and confidence in what she was picking out, she needed somebody's energy that was going to be very calm, where mine was kind of not agitated, but in a way, because it's like, we're going to do this again.
Right.
And I hate to say it that way, but I stand by every design I ever do.
Absolutely.
End of story. And I tell people, like, they'll know just by my energy if I don't like it. I don't like it because I wouldn't do it for my home, and I'm a pretty basic designer to begin with. Anyways, there was a few changes, but what we did here was I actually had a coworker of mine step in and finalize everything. My coworker had also built a rapport with this woman. And do you know, the deal was finalized that day. She completed her order in confidence. Had I worked it with her, there's a chance she would not have finalized that day because she needed somebody's like just calm presence where she could probably feel that I was getting a little tiresome of constantly reassuring her.
Yeah.
And I think so many women, it's so sad because so many women I feel are so low confident.
That's valid. As somebody who also worked in retail and also worked in finance, it's tough because whenever, I don't know, I just kind of feel like whenever you're in sales or even if you're having an interaction with somebody, right? You have to almost think about where that person's coming from. So something I learned when I was in finance was you have to figure out if somebody's making an emotional decision or, and there's another word for it, I can't remember, of course, but a non-emotional decision. And how you react or how the interaction goes depends on that. So if it's an emotional reaction, then you have to think of your mindset so you know that somebody has a need. Okay. That's the first thing that you have to uncover is what exactly that need is. And then how is this person making their decision? Right.
Right.
And if it's an emotional person and, it sounds like you said, the person doesn't have confidence, then the next step would be finding what it is that that person is holding back from. Like,
Right.
like where is there a lack of,
Right.
I do. I think that a lot of women, are like that. As
It's
you were
sad.
talking,
Yeah.
I kind of
I'm just
chuckled
making
a
sure
little
that
bit.
this is on, because
Yeah,
we had
yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking incident.
I was
Oh, beautiful.
beautiful.
Beautiful. Thank you,
We're
Jesus.
recording this.
Because
Yeah.
I actually really like this episode. The other
Yeah.
one I didn't
Well, because
like.
it's important. Yeah, it's an important one. But I laughed because I'm like, I know for myself, I am an incredibly indecisive person. Unless it's something that I myself am planning or having to figure out, listen, I'm chill. I'm like, I'll go with whatever. But if somebody says to me, and it could be the simplest thing, if somebody says to me, Shayna, what is it that you want? The second they say that, that's my cue. Like, listen, girl, wake
I
the
don't
heck
even know
up,
what I want.
decide,
I don't.
like, make a decision.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you have to almost do that because I'm like, listen, guys, whatever. Like, we can go wherever. Like, I'm fine. And then it, like I said, it takes like somebody being like, what do you want?
Right.
And then the second they said that, I'm like, okay, but it's true. It's true. The lack of confidence, I think, is a really tough one because thinking of my days and I definitely empathize with you because thinking of my days in retail, I worked jewelry. I sold jewelry in retail. So you're talking about engagement rings, like things
Oh,
that,
God. I mean, there's such an emotional attachment to that item. Like, of course it's going to be,
right,
I can
right.
imagine.
And then you have a couple who could have separate ideas of what they're looking for. And then
Oh,
those conversations can get very
of
uncomfortable.
course. And you're in the middle of
And
them.
then you're in the middle of it and you're like sitting here like, I really want to get this sale, but but it needs to be the right thing that the person is looking for. I think that whenever it comes to decision making, the tough part is knowing that you see a female that lacks confidence in a certain area can be almost exhausting sometimes
That's a
because
great way to put it.
it can be whether it's you're the person that's interacting, but I also
And
feel
not
for
that
that
they mean to.
right,
They
right.
don't even mean
But I
to.
also do feel for the female that lacks the confidence. Like there's a part of me that has like that empathy for her as well.
You have to.
That she has to get
You have
that
to.
validation
Mhm.
from somebody else, because I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. I've done that. So I get it. So in a way I can like empathize with where that person is, when it comes to simple things, like just getting that
Dude, we're the
feedback.
simplest. I think the problem also
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
is
I've
that
totally been there though. I've
we're
been there.
so simple.
We're
I
simpletons.
but listen, we're simpletons. Welcome to the
Yeah,
simpletons.
welcome to the
I'm Shabba.
simpletons.
I'm Kate, and this is Shabba Simpleton,
Yeah,
or Shay to the Na.
yeah,
That's like one of my favorite things of all
yeah.
time.
Well, hold
Uh
on. There's a definition for simpleton. I don't want to be using words and then
oh yeah.
yeah,
Let's be careful here because I don't want to be like caught already.
yeah. I just thought of this and I was like, Hmm. But no, I think you brought up a very, very valid point. I can only imagine, especially from a design part, where you have to
Oh my
give you
gosh.
the ideas of what they want. You have to, come up with measurements. Like you have to think of where their
Right.
mindset
And
is.
I toned it down. I'm telling you, like, I even went like super vanilla, and even that was a little too much. Apparently, there were some changes, but again, the end result is
Okay, we're not simpletons. I take that back. We're not simpletons. I take that back.
What the fuck?
I knew it. I'm like, what is the
Oh my
definition
God,
of a simpleton?
Shabba, what did you now listen? What?
Okay, so the dictionary, and this is from Oxford, is
Great.
a foolish or gullible person. And then
I thought you were gonna.
and then
why do you always do this?
I know.
You make it seem like it's gonna be like this,
Like worse. But and then the example was stop grinning at me like a simpleton. As a person lacking. So the meaning of simpleton is a person lacking in common sense.
Okay, sometimes you are a simpleton. I mean, how many times have you left your trunk open?
It wasn't me.
That's a simpleton.
It wasn't me.
Oh, so then who the hell was it?
I was set up. I don't know.
How many times have you left your sunroof open?
But we're not talking about
Simpleton.
me. We're not talking.
Oh,
listen,
we're not talking about her.
Wait a minute. Where did we go from talking about lack of confidence in people to me and my small little mishaps? Okay. So what? I left my trunk open. You know what? I don't think it was me. I think something was up with my battery. Okay. My windows were open.
Listen,
so what? Shit
speaking
happens.
of, I want to get this. So let me wrap this. The new shirts that we made?
Yeah.
The ones that are like,
she said yes.
The ones that say,
Haters
gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate.
So I made the bubble one. I'm gonna fiddle around with that a little bit
Fire.
more, and then
Love
I'm
it.
gonna make a more serious one too, because I for real like haters gonna hate.
But I love that one. I think that's a dope one for like spring, but especially summer. Like the colors, like I like it for the spring.
Yeah, I do.
I feel like neon colors for the summer.
BT dubs, like we just totally forgot where we were because the phone goes off, says, "Oh, you have no storage."
Yeah.
I don't really feel like I have much to delete here because I literally need everything. Yes, I need the screenshot that I literally took of my phone. I'm sorry, am I?
Well, that was tired. Let's just sleepy. Little. Just a tad bit.
Like, I can't relate to her because I have to work tomorrow.
I know.
While you're sitting in bed, like just sitting there, just catching up on your Netflix. By the way, are you watching Severance?
Mm-mm. No. What?
Why are you not?
Because I wanted to watch the Gabby Petito story. I don't know why I just said it like that. Petito. I don't know, but I fell asleep.
That is so strange how you just said that.
Like how I like pronunciated that. Yeah, Petito. I don't know, but I wanted to watch that, but I fell asleep part of the way, so I got to rewatch that. But talking about Severance.
Yeah, so Severance is really good.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
I think it's on Apple. That's really good. The morning show's good. If you're not caught up on that, that's a fantastic fire show. Basically about Matt Lauer, bro.
Really?
Any way you freaking slice it, you watch it. It's freaking good. Steve Carell does a phenomenal job.
He's hilarious. Love it.
He had a more serious role here, and he really nailed it.
I can't even really see him being a serious
Are you an Office
character.
fan? I can't remember.
No. I haven't seen The Office.
Bye. Like, what did you see? 40-year-old virgin?
I saw that, and then there was another movie where he was a dad, and his and his daughter was Rachel McAdams or something like that. That was a really good movie. And Ryan Gosling was in it too.
Well, I'm gonna throw some shade.
I have mascara in my eyes. Man.
You know what? My face is oily because it just is. Like, hold on, guys.
Yeah, sorry. I feel like I have mascara in my eyes.
I wish I had a baby wipe because I would baby wipe. You know.
Yes.
Something just to be refreshing. And it's not that like I don't trust our bathroom because we really did like spray it down and wash it. But at the same time, I'm also not hanging in there too much.
Yeah. Started at the bottom. Now
we're here.
So you watched Severance?
Well, okay. So Severance, you got to watch it. And I don't really know how to explain it.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to get onto it on this, but it's an interesting show. I'd be interested to see what you think about it.
Okay, how many episodes are we talking about?
2 seasons.
But like how many episodes are in the seasons?
There's probably 15 episodes.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What is that? What?
I'll consider it.
I just asked you to watch a show. There's no huge commitment here. Everybody's talking about it, and you're giving me some kind of bullshit.
I'm weird about like with a lot of episodes and stuff, you know? I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's not enough episodes for her to just, be able to
I like to just watch a movie.
Hours.
No, I just like to watch like a movie, you know?
Okay.
I don't want to have to watch like episodes of something.
Okay.
But I would consider it. I'd consider it, you know?
All right. You're old school. My face is so moist.
That's what she said. No, but and I have mascara in my eyes. I really do. I wouldn't
That's where
mind watching it.
mascara goes.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't mind though.
You wouldn't mind.
What else are people watching on Netflix now?
Well, really, what you need to get on the train about is this whole Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively,
I
and Jason Baldoni.
yeah. I,
Yeah, what?
the whole thing. I'm just like, oh
Are
my
you even
God.
keeping up with it?
I am. It's a lot of he said, she said, like
Well, then
whatever.
clearly you're not getting into like the legal documents.
I haven't read the legal documents, but it's he said,
Girl,
she said,
no, it's
just the whole thing
not.
is
There's a
messy.
lot of legal documents.
It's the whole thing is
If
just messy.
anything, yeah.
But I did
Oh,
like the
I'm
movie they
sorry.
made, the movie that they did
That's
though.
right. Shabba would say that this is ugly. Or what did you say? That this is
Messy.
messy?
It's just
Yeah.
messy.
She's had to deal with some documents lately too.
Oh no, she did it. No. Oh, listen, I can't even, but we're not talking about that.
Anyway,
Anyways.
so don't throw shade at Jason Baldoni and Blake Lively. From what I'm gathering
right now, I can't even right now. I can't even.
From what I'm gathering right now is I have to be honest with you. To me, it seems like we have an issue here where Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were trying to take over the set. That's what I'm telling you right now. I think is Justin Baldoni, sorry. They do this thing where there was one, I think we've talked about this before, but I want to keep talking about it with you guys to see if you guys like have some comments about this. They do a test with an audience.
Okay.
They give you two like different pieces of an episode of the movie, maybe a particular segment of the movie or
it was a great movie. I watched it. It was great. I thought
fell
it was great.
asleep. So, but which is interesting because Jason Baldoni's cut, which actually got rated higher than Blake Lively's, but he was almost bullied into using Blake Lively's version of it, even though his rated higher when they did the test.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a problem.
What?
And then even the night that they were celebrating it, he had to go to the basement. She made it so he couldn't even celebrate. It's his production company. So here's what if I'm being honest with you, her and Ryan Reynolds are bullies of Hollywood.
That's what it seems like.
100%.
That's what it seems like.
Blake
But
Lively is a bully, it seems like, and Ryan Reynolds wanted a piece of this too. And together they wanted to be involved in this. And there's no real valid anything against Justin Baldoni.
But do you know what what I did read and see that actually pissed me the fuck off? Like, and I'm dropping F-bombs because it really did piss me the fuck off. You're accusing somebody of sexual harassment or certain things, right? And then you go to an awards show and you make a joke about said situation. See, I can't.
Well, also,
I don't care how you slice it, dice it, whatever anybody tries to say. I'm sorry, guys. I don't care what anybody tries to say to justify that. I don't think, people going through certain types of harassment or SA is something that anybody should be joking about whatsoever. I don't care if you try to make light of the situation or things like that. To me, when I read that, I was like, sorry, I did. That's how I was.
It's just going to be interesting to see where this
messy.
goes. But I don't like.
Real
I mean,
messy.
the guy did a TED talk. There's no evidence against this guy doing anything wrong. If anything, there's a lot of people saying that Justin Baldoni's quite the human, in addition to being an excellent producer.
Like I said, I thought the movie was great. I liked the movie.
Yep,
I did.
Well, apparently Colleen Hoover, who was Team Blake Lively, so they say, she got rid of her Instagram. She got off for a minute and she came back, and you'll notice like Taylor Swift, like Blake Lively wasn't at the Super Bowl, wasn't around her because Taylor Swift doesn't want her near her. And I actually don't blame her, even though Taylor Swift got booed at the NFL thing, blah, blah, blah. I don't give two shits about that.
Yeah, same. Whatever.
Because I don't care. Because
it's about the football anyways.
It's about the football, and Taylor Swift does do a lot of good.
She does. I mean, we have to give her credit. Yeah.
We got hate.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about the conversation, just speaking of like NBA in Hollywood? Yeah. We were having a conversation.
We did this morning,
we were talking about this. Think about this for a second.
Yeah.
We come from the generation of Michael Michael Jordan, number 23
Michael
for the
motherfucking
Chicago
Jordan.
Bulls.
Magic Johnson.
Okay.
What's up? Yeah. Yeah.
Karl Malone.
Larry Bird.
Muggsy Bogues.
Okay.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Damn, girl. Yeah.
Grant Hill.
Yeah, man. Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Dennis Rodman.
Dude, back in the day.
Penny Hardaway.
Don't know who that is.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Facts, bro. Facts. Spit it for him.
Here's the thing. Everybody loves to hate on LeBron. But if you look at this guy's record, we were talking about this morning.
We did. We had a conversation about this.
You have to give it to the guy where credit is due. He is raising his family. He is a man in his household. He is never gotten in trouble.
He hasn't.
He does give back.
He does.
He does good things. He's a great basketball player. You cannot take it away from that guy. The only thing is that don't be going telling everybody you're the GOAT. My only issue with LeBron is on the NBA side of it.
Yeah,
the professional
don't do it.
Side of it.
No,
Michael Jordan.
There were greats before you. We had this conversation,
girl,
at many episodes before. We were talking about MVPs too and stuff like that. No, you can't be calling yourself the GOAT.
How do you even take the NBA serious? Did you see any
Nope.
clips of the All-Star game?
Too soft.
These kids are
too soft.
They're just like lobbing the ball.
Too soft. It's not like how it was back in the day.
When Steph Curry's doing shots from the half mark, right? Like they're not even playing. They're not defending. They're not offense. Back in the day when Michael Jordan was playing, you had some of the best athletes of all freaking time.
It's not the same anymore. It's not.
It's not. Like those guys, they were like beefcakes out there. They were like buff. Like you had Charles Barkley.
They handled their business.
Oh my God. These guys now, they're soft. So like LeBron wants to say he's the GOAT of the softest generation of the NBA. No. But as a human being, listen, I could check all the boxes next to all the great things he's done as a human being.
I mean, that's
as
true.
A father, as a husband.
That's true. That's like the same thing about, T Swift too. I mean,
Same
the whole
thing.
like no disrespect to the Swifties. I get it. People like Taylor Swift and some of her songs.
She's worried about talking about Beyonce, but then you don't want to you're hesitant. We absolutely will not talk about Beyonce.
No, that's not
yes.
No, I said I think that they're a part of that little.
But she's worried that Beyonce listens to podcasts, and
she might hear ours. You never know.
Right, but let's not. But you'll throw.
I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke.
So what are you going to say about T Swift?
No, what I was going to say is some of her music is catchy. For me personally, don't understand, like, when you have artists like Beyonce and the Beehive, and you have the Swifties, and you have all of that. I don't understand, like, the craziness over these artists, right? But what we were talking about this morning is when it comes to T Swift and, people hating on her and stuff because of the Travis Kelce stuff or whatever, because people want to focus on football. They don't want to focus on the relationships, which is valid. You're trying to watch a football game. You don't care about the rest of the nonsense, right? But, and I tell my daughters this because they're not Taylor Swift fans, right? They don't say any. Well,
don't act like you're getting sick, Shabba.
I'm not.
Tell them what just happened. Just tell them what the hell just happened.
What part?
The whole part of like the fact that we never have enough storage in our phones, and I had to delete an app just to be able to continue to do this.
I mean, listen, things happen when you're destined for greatness. You're gonna end up on some bumpy roads before you can get to your destination as a part of the process.
And then Shabba's like, well, I'm feeling a little itchy. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
First, I thought you were going to say that you're feeling like this place. Like, I thought you were going to say that this place like feels like it's a little haunted.
No, I don't get that.
But
why are you feeling that?
No, but when you said that, I was looking at you and I'm like, dude, if you're getting a weird vibe, like I feel like I'm more sensitive than you. And I don't want this to be I wonder if my throat burns in here after a while. Do you think it's like all the smoke in the walls?
I think it could be.
Listen, things are rough on Jody Boulevard.
Yeah.
So I was like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But it's fine. We have the window open now, and I feel like the fresh air will be fine.
Yeah.
I could not. Like,
Jody Boulevard.
Jody Boulevard. Listen, you have to appreciate this is an artist studio. Like,
It
think
is.
about artists in New York back in the 70s, the 80s. They were living in little cribs like this, just chilling. Just chilling. They didn't have everything, but they didn't have it all together, but together they had it all. As soon as I said that, I'm like, that's so fucking stupid.
Oh my God. I was going to say, oh, buddy, that is so sweet. And then I'm like, what the hell did she just say? What? No, I love that.
Today I was on the phone with Shabba in the morning. We're kind of talking about how we were going to podcast. And she went to her local spot to get a breakfast sandwich. And today I did something different because I thought maybe she would have me. I thought maybe she would have me on speaker. So I was going, how was I doing it?
Can I tell them really quick?
No,
we're wrapping this up. Let me tell you guys what this chick has done. And I got her good. Yep, I got her good. So I'm ordering from, I think, Dunks one day or wherever I was. And I have her on my Bluetooth because, you don't drive and use your phone anymore. Makes sense, right? So driving, talking to her, whatever. All of a sudden I go to
Spider-Man.
I go to order. And as I'm talking to the person, I hear, ah! I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what? So I'm like trying to press the button. And then I hear, ah! Ah! I'm like, what the? So I'm like turning it down. And the person's looking at me as I'm talking to them. And I'm trying to keep a straight face. What do you say? Like, what do you say to somebody when that's playing in your car? So I'm like, great. These people are going to think like, what the heck is this chick listening to? Or who's she talking to? What's going on? So I have to keep a straight face the whole time. And as I leave, I'm like, dude, what the heck? Why would you do that? The best part was, it was this ongoing thing.
Tell them about the time you were at the high school.
Oh, we did. We did on another episode.
I don't care. Not everybody listen.
I go to pick up my daughter. I go to pick up my youngest daughter from one of her well, actually, no, both daughters from their practice this year. And one of the coaches is walking down. One of their best friends is walking down. I'm talking to her on the car. I specifically said, hey, buddy, I have to let you go. I have to go. I'm going to walk up and do whatever it was that I was doing. Probably talking to somebody. I don't know. So, of course, me being me, I get out of my car. I press the button to turn it off because it doesn't have a key thing. And I thought my car was turned off. And all of a sudden, I hear these noises. So I'm trying to press my phone, thinking like I can control the inside of my car, using my phone. And you could hear it as loud as day. Mind you, I'm on school grounds, by the way. I'm on school grounds, guys. Okay? I'm like, oh, and I'm like trying to make noises because they're coming closer to my car. And the volume's, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to talk as loud as I can while I'm opening the car door, feeling so awkward, getting so frazzled because I don't want anybody hearing this and thinking like, what is Shabba doing? So, but I got her back good. Well, I think you were at Dunks or somewhere ordering something, and bro,
yeah,
I got you.
She was on there and making that noise, and I'm like, what the fuck?
And it was extra. It was
so stupid.
So extra.
I was so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, it was so extra. Sorry. I'm like, oh my Lord.
And what did we learn about that?
Well, okay. And not for nothing.
It was like extra. I was so loud and obnoxious.
Before we're done with this episode.
They're going to be like, these girls are tired on Friday night.
I'm tired, but I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here.
Does that make sense? Like, yeah. It's a good way to decompress. But
from the week, yeah.
You want to talk about a simpleton? This simpleton right here left her car on for like 3.5 hours. Oh, when she got to work. So let's talk about common sense.
What? Yeah. Why do we always have to talk about me? Why does this have to be about me? It is the uno, dos,
it was
talking
the summer
fools.
of 23.
That's wrong. See, that's wrong. That
was
is
23 though.
It was either 23 or 22. I'd have to really think back because it was the summer.
Think hard.
That's what she said. It was the summer. It
She
was
said
great.
think
It was
hard.
great talking to you
She
guys
said
tonight.
think hard.
We love you guys.
That's so stupid. What a dumb comment.
We love you
Shabba.
guys so much.
We have a lot to
Have
talk about.
a
I know this
wonderful
was
weekend.
kind of
We love you. Until next time, our friends, make sure you
next
visit.
time. I absolutely cannot stand when she cuts me off like
Make sure you visit www.twotalkyfools.com.
Hate is gonna hate. That's the new merch. Hate is gonna hate. What is wrong with her? Until the sun comes up on the Santa Monica Boulevard.
Or Jody Boulevard.
Until the sun comes up on the Santa Monica.